Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus for a unexpected extra side story. But before I get into that, I have something very exciting to share with you all. I finished figuring out what my missing pictures were. Oh yeah, not these. These are obviously connected to our final side story. But I found out that this was the one I was missing. So to do this, you have to get the game to Act 2 and go to the... How do I put this? Like, go to DDLC, go to that menu, exit, go to DDLC, exit, back and forth, back and forth. There's a 1 in 64 chance that you'll get that picture when you load it up. It took me 36 tries. Which is better than 64, but oi. And then the next one is super rude. You have to make it through the weekend without pressing skip. So you know when Yuri does her thing? Yeah. You have to click. I mean, you can put it on auto. I put it on auto play for a while, but then I was like, I need to... Skipping will be faster. So I didn't skip. I clicked through an entire weekend of staring at Yuri's body. And then I get a nice sleepover with these two. Isn't that nice? Easily disturbed. It's a very cute picture. Getting it was not cute. And then I got this. I realized after looking at the side stories from last episode. I love this. It's so cute. Celebrate Monica's birthday in 2019. So there you go. So now all these promo things are done. The sketches are all done. Backgrounds are done. Secrets are done. Poems are done. And wallpapers are all done. So all we have left is these. So without further ado, let's go to our last story, which I'm very happy about because as I was finishing the self-love one, I'm like, man, I wish I could see Sayori and Monica one last time just to wrap this up nicely with a bow. So now I can. Let's go. Before another song starts. Alright, let's do this. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, so Yari and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival?
Yeah! So the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get to most of them before the lines get too long.
Not that kind of plan. For our club, guys. For our club. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club.
Well, you had to let me finish.
Alright. Fine, go ahead.
Right. So basically we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all.
Wow. I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo! Don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it.
No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what. We can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event.
Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea.
Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club.
Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club.
Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build.
Yeah!
That's too embarrassing.
Aw, but you'd have so much to talk about.
That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way.
Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's a literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it.
Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant.
It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter.
Right. My bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start?
I'll start. I was the first to join after all.
Wouldn't that be me?
No, I want to go first.
Fine, fine. You can start. I don't mind.
Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself. You know, like if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people, too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was sleeping.
Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired. Cause I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature, and that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision.
Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us. And Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy, because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too.
I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better.
You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed.
Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others. Like the two of you are. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need.
Oh my gosh! You're so cute that I'm going to throw up.
Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute.
Hey, isn't that my line?
Oh. Well, for me it's actually true, so...
What are you saying?
Nothing! I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn.
My heart!
Sayori, take some deep breaths.
Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off.
I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with.
Besides, you left out the most important thing that you got out of this club.
I did?
Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No!
I can't eat that many cupcakes.
Yeah, true. Only Yuri can.
Hey!
Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kinda hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club.
Yes.
It was honestly a really painful thing to go through, having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best. And I was right. I guess for me it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was being, like, the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst.
Natsuki's voice chokes a little.
We love you, Natsuki.
I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return.
That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down.
Okay. Natsuki wipes her eyes.
You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you. And you always deserve that.
I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would.
I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now.
There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway because it made a big difference for me.
I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was the best for everyone, or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help guide people rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing?
I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us.
With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard. I love this.
This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side.
Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes, understanding.
I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was so difficult for me to express myself.
In that case... Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it.
I have another one!
Sayori writes balance.
Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person.
That reminds me.
Yuri writes reflection.
I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me.
That's great. We have a whole list of things now. Suddenly, everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Would you like to contribute to this assignment?
Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that. Jeez.
You could have just asked. Monica hands her piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki sighs and writes, self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution. Together, everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature?
It is! We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature.
Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right?
Hey, you're right! Make sure you send it to me after.
Wait, can I brush my hair first or something?
Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us.
Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in.
Okay.
Okay, everyone ready? And click! Do I get to see? Oh, come on. I want to see! I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members.
Yeah! I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem.
You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done.
Me too!
I think I would like that as well.
I'm like, my eyebrows went up like, well, Natsuki?
Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it.
That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. Sayori stretches and does the same. But Monica is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Just move your hand, Monica mouths to herself. Right the way into your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. You got this, girl. Aw, is that the end? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so glad we had that one last episode. That's perfect. Oh, these girls. I'm just sad. Kind of. Just thinking about, you know, the original game. And all the bad stuff that happens to them. So I do wonder if this was the... We talked about, like, the virtual machine. That there's 2 virtual machines. I wonder if this was the original virtual machine. And the one that we... You know, the original game that we played was version 2. There was an email, I think, about... Was it that one of the characters, I think Monica, had gone from one to the other? I can't remember. I gotta look at the emails again. Man, so many people worked on this. That's amazing. Crazy. This is a lot more involved than the original game was. But I think they did a great job. I really liked getting all these backstories of how the girls found their cohesion. But it does make me sad when I think about everything that happens. Like, oh no. They were friends. They were like sisters. Sisters in arms, and then oh no. Thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. Thank you for the added content. Much appreciated. Yay! We get the picture at the end. So pretty. Look at you guys. Oh, my heart. Friendship and literature. We got new music. But which? Oh, this one. Nice. I liked that at the end there. When each of the girls took their turn speaking, it was their new songs playing. That was a nice touch. Hey, we didn't see that one. Everyone say cheese. Okay, now everyone make a funny face. Yuri. Yep. That's a keeper. Perfect. Excellent. Alright, so where was the thing? Let's see. Memory dump. Let's see. Preliminary results. Binary data. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, sharing a memory pool between multiple VMs. I'm looking at some of the files VM1 is generating, and I'm finding some information that definitely shouldn't be there. I haven't seen any evidence this is actually affecting the inside of the VM itself. Memory being freed from VM2 isn't getting zeroed out, which technically gives VM1 access to it. Okay. I think this is the email I was thinking of. Let me just... I feel sad. Right, talking about the ethics. Let's see. Person's emotional state, person's values and goals. How is elevated access being weaponized? Let's see. Destruction of the universe? Whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? Yeah, so who changed it to pink? Because pink is Natsuki's favorite color. If it was green, I would be like Monica. Let's see. Okay, Twitter account from Monica. Coming from the control simulation. Let's see. A certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. Monica's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have had to manufacture this character herself. Okay, so that's the MC. Side stories. All the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation. I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a little bit from those in VM1. So is this... So does that mean the side stories are actually VM... Oops, I shook everything. Does that mean the side stories are actually VM2 and the original game was VM1? That would make sense in sequential order, but... Anything else? Have a nice weekend. And that was the last. Okay. So there's no more mail. Something that was interesting that I found while I was just kind of fiddling around is that there's this thing under System folder. None of these are openable except for tower keys. And it says access keys found so far from tower rotation, key pair 1 gear, 240 clock time, 221, a 3-digit number combination somewhere, boat, spaceship, And I had no idea what that meant, but then it suddenly occurred to me that if you go to internal, you've got numbers. And 221 has project plan. I'm assuming, I've not tried this yet, but I'm assuming you have to wait for 240 to actually access this. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. I'm gonna exit out of the game and try to move my time up to that before we say goodbye and see what that project plan says. So just give me a second. Okay, I'm just waiting for 240. I forgot about putting my music back on. I'm just gonna play something relaxing while we're waiting for 240 to pop up. Let's see, let's go back to internal 221. And we'll see if my crazy plan works or not. Another thing I noticed when I start up the game is there's another sequence. I think it says 8:33:344 or 334. Oh, let's see. It's time. Stonks! Achievement, yes! It works! Awesome, okay. Project plan outline, high-level overview. Create human-readable version of Fabric benchmark results, suggesting we live in a simulated universe. Emulate Fabric benchmark results in virtualized environment. Build parameters for genetic iterations, custom elevated access levels for one or more entities. So that's Monica. Monica has elevated access, and sometimes I do at certain points in the story. Iterate until simulation is stable for target time threshold. This is our small-scale simulated universe. Observe effects of elevated access knowledge of simulation. Collect, record data. Pitch findings to upper management as a profitable venture. Note, do not go through Barry, go straight to upper management. Get promoted, job saved. That's your plan. Possible team members, Row, has most knowledge access to Commander Quantum Server. Ravi, second to Row. Lib, fix naming scheme conflict with lib folder. Libertina. Sure, why not? Others? VM1 current project. Small scale simulation. VM2 future project. Medium scale simulation. Maybe VM2 hasn't been made yet. Let's see. VM1 details, literature equals production of text assets, easy data collection, 4 entities, characters, small physical space, efficient for server and genetic iterations. Highly elevated access permission creates very stable connection window for data collection in exchange for less realistic simulated scenarios. Good grief. I think that just gave me more questions than answers. Now I really don't know about the VM1's VM2. Alright, let's look at, was it 334? No. 344? 344. Okay. So I can't open that because I need the time to be 8:33. So I guess I'll go and change the time again and bring you guys back in a second. Alright. Let's go back into our files. 344. And I just gotta wait a minute for 8:33 to pop up. And then we should be good. I was really hoping for more mail, but no such luck. That's all we got was that little bit. So mysterious. This is my last chance, and then I'll have to watch some theory videos and see what other secrets the internet has found. Okay, MES. Infrastructure, software, communication systems. We understand the modern-day challenges of running an enterprise company with efficiency and reliability. That's why you can count on us to get the job done, so you can focus on the business that matters most. With world-class engineers and industry-leading specialists, Metaverse Enterprise Solutions will always deliver solutions that last. Cost per year analysis shows that the Metaverse solution saves up to 30% in the long run. And our flexible support model ensures that quality can be delivered at the price point that is right for your company size. Your time is valuable. That's why from planning to design to installation, our experts do the work for you. Filling out our simple questionnaire is all it takes for our team to recommend the right plan and provide an affordable quote. Excellence is right around the corner. With solutions you can count on and experts you can trust, this is our promise to you. You're in good company. Okay. So that's Metaverse Enterprise Solutions, what they're all about. Can I delete you? Yeah, so I don't have elevated access permissions for most things. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's all she wrote. And that means I'm done. Nope. We are not done yet, guys. Thank goodness for my obsessive-compulsive completionist disorder. I couldn't help but feel I must be missing something. And I was. When I went to look at my Steam achievements, I discovered that there was one achievement that I had not collected, called Breakthrough, which is achieving 100% data collection. And I was very confused because I'm like, I know I just got all the pictures. I know I've collected all the music. I've looked at all the files I can think of. Maybe it's that. So I went to settings. And initially this said 98%, which I was very concerned about. I'm like, what have I missed? So a few internet searches later, and I discovered that what I was missing is something I would never have thought to do. But you see how we have two versions of this song? So apparently, I'll let you listen to this. So this lovely song that we hear during the game and the side stories, apparently, if you listen to this after beating the game, and then go listen to it again, you get a new version of this, which I'm going to play for you now. It's very unsettling, to say the least. I'm glad it's only 59 seconds long. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys hear it now. I don't know what it is about music box versions of songs, but it really is creepy. And there's something about this that just gives me like asylum vibes, like insane asylum, haunted kind of things. And it sounds to me, anyway, I don't know if you guys could hear it, or if it's just my imagination at this point, but some of it sounds like you can hear a girl crying at certain parts, and it just sounds like there's a girl crying. So I thought that was very interesting. But then, after all that, I was like, alright, I probably did it. And I'm like, yes, okay. Where's my achievement? It's still not here. So I still don't have the achievement because then I noticed in the side stories, there's a little pink notification thing, as there usually is when there's something new. And if you scroll down, this is here now. Test VM. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So there is something to do with the VM still. I'm not crazy. Because I was like, there's gotta be at least like one more email or something to just give you a hint as to the crazy shenanigans that's going on, right? So, I've been waiting to do this. Let's see what this is. Breakthrough. There's my achievement. Whoa. Okay, attempting to decode binary data. 9 months at 9 months each, a total of 36 would reach peak efficiency with about 1 week per. Oh, is that all you're gonna give me? You gonna give me any more? Connection lost. Just that one little line. Oh no, is this one of those things where it's like different each time? Hold on. For science, I gotta try it again. Let's see. Nothing so far. Am I just gonna be really unlucky? We've already gone past. No, oh no, it changes. May actually produce tiny but detectable physical distortions in the area surrounding them. We might consider. Oh boy, I wonder how many versions of this there are. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to do a Google search. I'm going to put some music on while I do a Google search. Because this has been out long enough that you know somebody's gone and looked up a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we can find. I'm gonna open up an incognito tab here. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Oh, good grief. Come on. Let's see. Doki Doki literature. Whoops. Literature lab test. VM. Okay. DDLC Reddit. That'll work. Spoiler. Yes. Ah, someone did make a list. Okay, let's see if I can bring this over here and make sure this is capturing it. I think it is. Okay. So let's see how much of this we've got. List of every sentence I found so far. Okay. 1. Have died so that those most worthy will be able to ascend. Love for us, the collective triumphs over love for the individual, so a degree of sacrifice. Number of specialized professions we will need to staff, such as additional nurses reproductive. Material resistant to third eye penetration. Electromagnetic. Okay, so there's third eye. Remember hearing about that in the first game. In the secret files. List of which rooms will need doors and windows renovated to accommodate the projected increase in... I assume that's supposed to be projected. All have functional reproductive systems, then we could produce new potent children with incredible efficiency, and sudden death would be a less. Great. All your base belong to us. Nice. Are speculated to improve third eye potency by puberty. The new. I lied. It's actually hot. Grant. By age 5, children testing above the threshold will be transferred to Wing A Wyall? Gradual changes to the scripture class curriculum to incorporate. May actually produce tiny but detectable physical distortions in the area surrounding them. We might consider... Male and infertile children can still be trained for specialized. Okay, does that mean only female fertile children can use their third eye? So females entering puberty? Maybe? Voltage is appropriate for immobilization without risking permanent damage. Great. During birth or the full trimester, the effects. Is the increased potency from proximity to others a temporary effect, or does it have a lasting impact on the strength of their third eye? Children are generally obedient, but with the introduction of more unpleasant activities, we should consider... Okay. Has become an increasingly scientific endeavor, thanks to... Okay, so this started as a religious study, I guess, and then became more science-based? At 9 months each, a total of 36 would reach peak efficiency, with about 1 week per. Was there something about... Just wondering if any of these are, like, continual sentences. It's hard to tell. Let's see. I think I was at 20. Circular with the focal point in the center. An angel in mortal skin. She will walk the path to ascension, and we will follow. Okay, great. Religious cult coming in. Perfect. Beyond the eyes of the public. Decades of favorable reputation. Distance from the religion which the Academy was once known to practice. Religion requires faith. This is undeniable truth. The key to opening a powerful channel lies in eroding the tether between. Have given him the title Guardian to reflect... him. Okay. They speak to me. They instructed me to... Are my children. The opportunity. Test focusing on each of these emotional responses to determine which. Don't have a third eye. Struggle to understand what current science tell them. I am disregarding. Indicates only 80% or less of nutrients and medical supplements are needed to keep the body alive compared to the non-amputated control, of which disassociation is a symptom. Conditioning. Meters in diameter so that a 0.5 meter gap between each body will... But my third eye shows me 2 of them. I can't make sense of. Okay. Should seek purpose. Purpose ignites a will to live, a will to suffer for... Can only assume that even obstacles or failures are all part of the great plan, even if beyond my comprehension. The nexus extends beyond any comprehension of the material world. The nexus. Insisted on upgrading the computer systems, going on about backups and protecting data. Nobody touches my personal data. Ventilation ducts in the basement. Also needed are airtight containers, which can serve as both storage and dispensary of the ether. Outer and inner cylinder shells openings and opposite sides, such that they will rotate to create an entrance. The observable changes in physical appearance, however small, already prove this to be more than the usual spiritual nonsense. Eye is open, measure any... Maybe there should be eye is open. Measure any notable difference in response to danger, pain, food, and sexual stimulus. It's far stronger during collective sessions, which makes me believe the Nexus will have incredible. Opening the third eye creates a deep brain channel, which causes sentient characteristics such as consciousness and free thought too. Absolute genius, and has made incredible contributions to Project Libitina, despite having no third eye, I guess. Interesting. 2 guardian angels, condemned to blindness, who seek a guiding light in their eternal prison. Like dogs, genetically molded by humans and unconditionally loyal in exchange for food and shelter, will ascend and bring salvation to all. May the third eye. Adulthood, to receive professional training in nutrition? During child development, the only prison is our material world, the gate. Emotions are the dials and switches that override rational thought and can be fine-tuned to exert a great deal of control upon emotional impulse over rationality. By the name implies death, but of what? Only the material self. Our mission to become free of the material self is meditation of some sort. We do not. 54, 42, 15, 214. I think you know what this means. Well, the timestamp usually means you should access a file at a specific time. I'm gonna look up, hold on. I'm gonna just take this off screen for a sec and see what I can find. Ideas what these are for? That's another Reddit post. Go to the number files. 54 is missing 5? Let's see. Oops, is this true? Number files. 54. Oh, clever biscuits. 54 is missing 5, 42 is missing 0, and 15 is missing 1. I never would have got that. So at 214, go to file 501. 501. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, hold on. Make sure I'm not gonna bugger something up. So, let me change my clock to, I guess, oh come on, give it to me, 2:13? That should work. Okay, so now I just gotta wait for 2:14, I believe. Yes, 2:14. I should be able to open this in a second. I just didn't want the time to change on me all of a sudden. And now I gotta remember to change my time back, like I did the last time I recorded. Where I was like, oh, it can't be 9 o'clock. Something's gone wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot to change my time back. Come on, there we go. Wow, that is crazy. That works. Dearest Ive, Where are the years going?
Ugh.
Doesn't it feel like ever since we graduated, we're just the same doofy college kids, but we're being put into increasingly adult situations? It's hard to believe how much can happen in just 1 year, but all of my memories this year are full of reminders why you've been my very best friend for so long. My gratitude for you is higher reaching than the mountains I'm gonna live in after faking my death. Meh. Throwback to you actually entertaining that plan after helping me break up with Daphne. To this day, I can never tell how serious or joking you are about things. Or life in general. But I think I would literally implode if I didn't have you to remind me that things never matter as much as they seem in the moment, and that things will always be okay. Imagine if we really do end up working together at Metaverse. That's literally the only way I think I'd be capable of coping with a mundane desk job. I know you said that your referral of me won't go very far because you're not a senior engineer, but as I'm coming out of my rough patch, it's the future I imagine for myself every day. I'm sorry for always being such a bundle of stress. I always feel like I want to be doing more for you because the amount you do for me just seems like more than anything I could give back. You inspire me to always improve. And when I don't believe in myself, I stay motivated to become a better person so that I can deliver all of my best qualities to you. I love you, and I always will, until we face the end of the world together, wishing for another 14 million years of friendship. Why 14 million? With everlasting love, Paula. I think we've seen both those names in the emails. Another sneaky email. That wasn't even a notification. Yeah, there's Ive. And there's Paula. So Paula, what are you? Project manager? Okay, so Paula's in charge. She got a reference from Ive. Don't tell Paula. So they were college friends? But then she's like, don't tell Paula. And now we've got our earliest email ever from Paula. Let's move on. We need to have a meeting about shifting our focus a little bit. We've reset VM1 how many times now? For real, we've definitely collected as much data as we can from it at this point. We just need to work with what we have and try to increase the stability of our connection to VM2. We've obviously gotten spoiled by the ease of access that VM1 offers us, but it's just unrealistic for someone in real life to be granted a level of elevation even close to monitor kernel access. If we can't establish a stable connection to VM2, then how can we expect to get anywhere when the same scenario inevitably occurs to our own universe? Anyway, thanks to Ro's work, we were able to acquire a few rudimentary logs. I have an idea on how to increase connection stability to VM2 while maintaining weak hypervisor access to everyone inside on an individual basis. Ironically, it has to do with something that they're building in their own VM. Okay. I'll go into detail in a more formal report, but some of the log files indicate attempts of theirs to pull together the access potential of multiple individuals into a single parallel unit. It sounds ridiculous, but if they actually get somewhere with it, then we might have a solid entry point that doesn't heavily intrude upon the VM. I'm going to spin up a read-only hypervisor that we can use to test different ideas like this. The elevation level will be set to monitor adjacent runtime level access. Okay, the VM will just be named test VM for now, although the parallel access unit they're building in the VM seems to be called Project Libitina, according to the few logs we have. We can change the name once we actually get a decent picture of it. Sheesh. Parallel access unit. So Project Libitina. is inside the virtual machine. So it also doesn't... So, is this a simulation running a simulation to determine if they're a simulation? And they figured out that they're a simulation, so they're throwing ethics out the window because nothing is real anyway? How deep does this rabbit hole go? Is that it? Are we done? Do you have anything else? Is there... Okay, I just, like, don't trust anything when it's, like... It doesn't even notify you sometimes about things. I just want to make sure. Is there anything hidden in the metaverse solutions? I don't think so. It's weird that that's wallpaper, but it's fine. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, nothing there. No new piece of music that I should be worried about. Okay. Everything looks to be in order. Whew. Wow, that was a lot more info than I was bargaining for, but I'm really glad my obsessive-compulsive completionist disorder, I should say, didn't lead me astray, and I got so much more stuff out of that. I don't even know where to begin theorizing. I need to, like, absorb this, chew on it, watch some theory videos, and then maybe talk about whatever I've got in here. In my final thoughts video. That's all I can think of, but whew. Well, there you go. Thank you guys. This is a great song to end things on. Because this is the song that's basically playing in my head right now as I'm trying to digest all that information I just got. Yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for joining me for this super duper extra long thing that I was not expecting to go into, but if you have some theories, I would love to hear it, either here or in my final thoughts. With that being said, tomorrow will actually be a cover of me singing Your Reality that Monica does in the base game, so that should be fun. I hope you guys will enjoy that. And then after that, the following day will be my final thoughts on the side stories and all the crazy hints we got at Project Levitina and the metaverse and stuff. Really interesting stuff. So hopefully I will see you there for that, guys. Thank you very much, as always, for joining me. And until next time, I will see you later.
Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?